Jadi sekarang ini saya mau kasih lihat contoh day to day saya. Soalnya as a food scientist, we do a lot of experiments. Ya, a lot of it food experiments, process improvement, product development. Itu product development biasanya tuh yang dari benar-benar nothing from scratch sampai sudah jadi ya, scale up. Atau bisa juga proses apa yang bisa diimprove, atau juga ingredients apa yang bisa diimprove, change in ingredients, atau cutting cost. Nah, ini hari ini we are going to do a very simple experiment. Kita bakal bikin yogurt ya. Jadi kalian juga bisa bikin yogurt di rumah. Ini sangat gampang dan hari ini we are going to investigate the effect of incubation time of yogurt ya. Jadi apa efek temperatur inkubasi pas bikin yogurt. Oke, sekarang kita tuang susunya dulu. Ini susunya bisa terserah ya, mau berapa banyak. Tergantung kamu makannya mau berapa banyak. Oke, kira-kira kita bikin segini, ini sekitar 600 ml. Oke, nah sekarang sebenarnya kenapa saya taruh di jar? Kita bisa sih langsung masukin susunya ke dalam panci. Tapi kalau kita masukin langsung, ini ada high chance susunya bakal burn atau scald ya. Jadi kita nggak mau itu, mendingan untuk lebih aman, kita pakai water bath. Kita akan panasin panci ini dengan air di dalamnya. Oke. Lalu memindahkan ini susu ke dalamnya. Jadi kalau bisa dilihat, ini lebih aman. Susunya kita tidak boleh panasin cepat-cepat, ya. Mendingan pelan-pelan, lebih bagus untuk bikin yogurt ya. Oke, sekarang yogurt making itu temperature is very important, ya. Bikin yogurt tuh gampang banget, tapi problemnya itu adalah temperatur ya, temperature control. Jadi kalau kamu mau bikin yogurt, harus ada food thermometer. Nah, food thermometer ini kita masukin di sini. Dan kita biasanya tungguin aja, dan pas nunggu, kita juga harus stir the milk. Ini prosesnya mungkin agak lama, tapi kita mau mencapai suhu 82 degrees Celsius. Ya. Kenapa suhu itu? Nah, kenapa kita mesti panasin susunya sih? We have to kill all the other bacteria in the milk. Okay? There might be good bacteria, there might be bad bacteria, but we need to kill everything supaya nanti pas kita masukin bakteri-bakteri untuk bikin yogurt, itu tidak akan mengganggu proses fermentasinya. Ya. Jadi, occasionally stir, supaya bawahnya tidak kepanasan. And in the meantime, ya kita tungguin aja. Nah, for yogurt making, jadi to summarize, kita kan mau panasin susunya up to 82 degrees Celsius, ya. Setelah itu, kita akan merendahkan suhu ke 46 degrees Celsius. Setelah 46 degrees Celsius, kita baru akan mendaftarkan culture yogurt. Nah, ini culture yogurt bisa didapatkan dari yogurt-yogurt di luar, kalau mau beli, atau yogurt yang sebelum kamu bikin. Pokoknya dikit aja, kira-kira 1 liter of milk, about 1 tablespoon of yogurt culture. Okay? So we will add this later. Nah, ini juga proses pemanasan ini penting untuk pembuatan yogurt yang kental. Oke, kalau susu itu mengandung banyak protein kan. Ada yang water soluble dan juga ada yang fat soluble. Nah, untuk yang fat soluble protein, casein, kita perlu denature it. Okay, we want to denature it so that it can later coagulate to form the yogurt. Nah, jadi kalau ada yang bertanya, proses fermentasi itu apa sih? Gini, we'll be using bacteria to digest all the sugars in the milk. In the milk, there's mostly lactose, yeah. So the bacteria and the main species for yogurt fermentation is Lactobacillus bulgaricus, Streptococcus thermophilus, and Bifidobacterium. So these three bacteria, they will all aid one another in fermenting the yogurt, fermenting the milk. They will eat up the lactose, and it will produce glucose, galactose, and lactic acid. And this lactic acid will acidify the milk, right? When it acidifies, it will cause the protein to coagulate. And that's how you get this firm texture of the yogurt. It's the same idea with cheese, but just a different kind of fermentation. Okay, so right now it's already 82 degrees Celsius. All right, so that's a good temperature to stop. So we'll stop this. Okay, and then we want to cool this down. All right. So we'll move this over to this side. Okay, so why can't we just throw in the yogurt culture right now? Well, if you throw in right now, you will kill all the bacteria in here, okay? So we need to cool it down to 46 degrees Celsius. The optimum temperature for yogurt fermentation is about 43 to 46 degrees Celsius. So if you are around there, then you should be good. Okay, so one option, you can just leave it to cool down up to 46 degrees Celsius just by itself. Or if you are in a rush or you don't want to waste time, then you can help by cooling it down in like ice bath or just cool water. Okay, so now we have just tap water, and then you can bring the milk over. And then if you want to cool it down faster, you can just throw some ice in there. Throw some ice at the sides. Be careful not to put too much ice. You don't want it to go below 46 Celsius. So just cool it down slowly. When it cools down, while it's cooling down, what you can do now is to prepare the containers for the fermentation. So next step is you get like really hot water. You can use boiling water or really hot water to sterilize the containers, and two, to warm it up. So when you move it over, it won't cool down that quickly. So we want to cool it down to 46 degrees Celsius. Right now we are at 50, so we are almost there. As you can see here, temperature control and monitoring is very important to making yogurt. Now, what kind of milk can you use to make yogurt? You can use any type of milk, right? You can use fresh milk, you can use UHT, sterilized milk. Now, you cannot use sterilized milk or UHT to make cheese, but you can with using yogurt, because we will be introducing the other bacteria later afterwards. But still, we still do need to heat up the milk to help denature the proteins even more, so that it will coagulate and give you the firm texture. Be careful not to overcool your milk. Sometimes you get too excited, you'll put in a lot of ice and the temperature will just shoot down. So do it slowly and monitor it well. Okay, we are almost at 46. Alright, so it's at 46 now. You can move the milk over to prevent it being cooled even further. Okay. And now you can put in the culture. As I mentioned before, you need about 1 tablespoon for about 1 liter of milk. So just put it in. You can use any type of yogurt starter, either commercial yogurt or the yogurt that you made before. As long as they contain all the bacteria that we need, then we are good. So after putting them in, just stir it well. Okay, so now we're gonna transfer it to 2 different containers. As I mentioned before, we are going to investigate the effects of incubation time of the yogurt. Okay, so for one of this, we are gonna incubate it at the right temperature at about 43 to 46 degrees Celsius. And the other one, we are going to try to incubate it at room temperature. Alright, so it's been 8 hours. This is our countertop yogurt. And then we're going to grab the other yogurt from the oven. Okay. It's kind of warm. Alright, so these two, everything is the same. The only difference is their incubation time, room temperature, and this one about 45 degrees, incubated in the oven. Alright, so we're gonna see the texture difference of these 2 different results. Over here, the room temperature one is still runny. It's still very liquidy, right? It's a little bit thicker than the original milk. If you see here, it's kind of sticky, but you wouldn't call this yogurt yet, all right? The one incubated at 50 degrees Celsius, you can see this is really, really thick, all right? Yogurt. And if you smell it, it's a sweet yogurt fermented smell, really nice. For this one, only a little bit of the yogurt smell, still mostly milk. Okay, so this is already your yogurt. This is actually done. If you want to eat it, it's best to put it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, and then after that you can eat it. Now, what you can do to make this thicker is actually to strain it using cheesecloth. So you get it all the way, just the soluble protein, the water, and you make it thicker. But other than that, you can eat it just like this.